I've only ever casted with Wardy one other time, and that was at Home Story Cup. And I remember when we were there, people would ask Wardy to cast on the B stream, and he'd be like, nah, man, like, I don't want to work. Like, I'm here to have fun. I don't want to work. But the one time that he would cast was with me, and I felt so special.
I'm pretty sure you blackmailed me into casting. Like, not being funny, but I'm pretty sure you blackmailed me into casting with you.
What are you talking about?
I'm almost certain that was the case.
Okay.
100%
He's
certain.
spreading lies and
No,
falseness.
No, I am almost certain, because I knew how much... No, I'm almost sure. That wasn't the only time I casted at Home Story.
Don't even try to play this off like I made you do something that you didn't want to do, alright? Okay? Alright? Because in the top right, we have Liquid CLO. I could have sworn they had a Liquid, what's it called, decal on their bases. But anyway.
No, they're not in it. They're not in a team. They're not in the team.
Really?
Yeah, they're not in an in-game clan. They just all have like Liquid as part of their.
Okay.
That's why Euphemel is Liquid Fermi, so that it fits in the in-game characters that are allowed.
I said TLO, Mark. I said TLO. Okay. Don't even try, all of you.
I thought this was CLO up here.
Oh my god. Do you want to introduce?
No, you can do it.
Oh.
You can do it. It's fine.
Okay, well, in the bottom left, we have a sort of, also Zerg, also sporting Anton on his base. I wonder if Dario
Team
stops
Wasteman.
to admire Anton's portrait when he's near the hatch. What do you think?
Well, like I said last time, who doesn't?
Right.
Every time I introduce someone on Team Wasteman, I just zoom in, wait a few seconds.
Let's stop. We need some romantic music here. We need some Celine Dion. My heart will go on.
It just sounds like an entire parody you could do of Zanster clips.
Probably.
Right.
Yeah.
This is pretty. By the way, this is a pretty exciting matchup. Sort of TLO, main race this time around, and just because TLO has been playing so good lately, and especially as ZVZ has been really on point in WCS Challenger yesterday, Friday, first day of Challenger, he 3-0'd Snoot, and he just like stomped through players. Like TLO's playing so good right now. He's playing so good right now. It's crazy.
I'm really excited for this ZVZ because, you know, sort of also has been practicing in Korea, and he came back and was looking very convincing as well for a while there with the Yongshiping Challenger, and I've seen him in a few online tournaments as well.
Sol's been doing pretty good himself. Obviously, he's just kind of not quite had the same performance though as I'd say TLO like super recently. But I mean, they're both very strong Zerg players. So and Sort just won Go for SC2 today, coming through a lot of Zergs. Took down. He beat Nurture 2-1 in the semis and stuff. So
yeah, actually,
his ZVZ is looking good.
Sort of was supposed to be the first matchup, but then it got switched with Lambo and Showtime, and so he was really happy about that because then it gave him a chance to play Go for SC2. Yeah.
I figure that's why Snoot was also probably the last matchup, because he wanted to play Go for SC2 as well.
Oh well, part of that was just because I think it would make for like a pretty decent finale. Yeah, and then also it worked out with Neeb having to play his show match, and that just couldn't change. That had to pretty much stay put. Everybody loves ZV Neeb.
Lair is a build-in from SortOf. He's fast lair like this is not really too crazy because he's already got the Rotron and Evo chamber down, so probably just starting +1 missile upgrade and going into Roach play. No third hatch. TLO went into third hatch very quickly, which is advantageous to him. He is going to go lair before Rotron and Evo, which might be a bit more suggestive of maybe trying to get some mutas out, Aspire down a bit faster, even if he's going to play Roaches into Mutalisks. Just because, you know, why get the lair now if you're not really going to have anything to use it with, like the Rotron to start Roach speed, etc. So, we'll see. And actually, as it takes extra gases, it does look a bit more like it may just be pure Spire without any roaches before it.
Yeah, sort of is definitely taking a bit of a later third. TLO's been mining from his third for quite for a little bit now, and he's gonna have enough of an economy to just pump out roaches when his roach horn finishes, and he's probably gonna move across the map when that happens.
Spire from TLO. Again, he'll throw down the roach horn too, because you'll probably need some roaches to help him stay alive at points, but...
Oh, sort of might scout it.
Yeah, and I sort of scouts this. I think he's going to just throw down an instant Nidus network. Like, throw down extra queens of Nidus network and just look to punish this before basically punish this as mutas come out and just kind of go for an attack. Because
is he gonna get vision?
He's going to see it. He's not going to change direction.
He's gonna see it. He sees it. He knows. He knows. There it goes.
Indeed, and he throws down the Nidus network. So
it's like you're clairvoyant.
He did exactly this like earlier today. Very, it's been a very popular response lately. Like, because Spire players become a bit more popular as of late, people are a bit more wary of scouting for it, and as soon as he scout it, like right now, TLO can't realistically justify making Mutalisks, and that's why he cancels the Spire. Because if he makes Mutalisks, he's going to be in so much trouble to something like a Nidus attack, because he's just going to die. Like, Mutas aren't going to help him with that, and he's not going to have enough roaches to hold on either, so... TLO just goes in towards roach production. He will just start up 1-1 upgrades, actually.
The Nidus does go down. I don't think TLO sees this. He does not see it. It's right in the shadows.
Yep,
so
well, queens and roaches push out. You know, but TLO, because he went into pure roaches with all the money that he was stacking up for mutas, he's actually got quite a lot of use here. He actually picks up a queen with ING right away, and another one, so transfuses are going to be blocked.
Oh, what a hold,
He's got his own queens here as well. And it's not over yet. I mean, there is +1 attack upgrade here for SortOf, as TLO will sacrifice some roaches forwards to be able to get rid of the Nidus and stop further reinforcements. And that should be enough to hold on to this now. Even with a +1 disadvantage, he's just going to have reinforcements coming through, and it's even enough numbers to make it so that he's able to clean this up. So TLO will hold, and because SortOf is quite committed to this attack, he's not started a +2 missile attack upgrade. So actually TLO all this time is continuing to get continue to catch up in terms of upgrades and even take a lead, as +1 Carapace is also building.
There is another Nidus that went down over by the third, and SortOf has been picking away at the third down here, but the queens are in range with the high ground vision to pick off the Nidus, and I don't think SortOf is going to be able to get as much done.
Yep, that's going to be a really solid hold from TLO, and you can just see how much SortOf really committed to this. Ooh, TLO loses like a lot of drones now. I was about to say TLO's in a great position because the worker count was dead even, / a bit of a lead for TLO, and he was so far ahead in army, but now he suddenly drops 12 workers and actually puts sort of about 10-11 workers ahead, so I mean, TLO will still counter as he gets +1/+1. He will take a small upgrade lead. Carapace not as important as missiles generally in ZVZ, but it still is a small advantage for him, and we'll see what he can do as he pushes across. The thing is, though, it is sequencer, and so it is a large map, which is
oh, he's gonna pull back.
To make this interesting. Yeah, and I think it's just because it's such a large map. By the time he gets over there, it's unlikely that he's going to be able to do much, and especially because he has to reinforce, his economy. It's not like he has reinforcing roaches coming across to help him out to kind of further the fight.
We do see a Hydra Den about halfway done for SortOf. I wonder if he's gonna go into lurkers or if he really just wants to get Hydras. +2 for SortOf also almost done, and he's just making more and more roaches, and there goes the lurker den being morphed, so he will go for that. I'm pretty sure TLO doesn't know that this is coming yet, but he does have an overseer that was trying to scout. I think it died though.
Yeah. He had like an overlord across the map. Maybe he had an overseer. He hasn't been anywhere near the main base. But actually kind of trying to scout out the lurker den would be really important, and I'm sort of surprised he doesn't, because it's again something which has become a bit more popular again lately in ZVZ, which is to go in towards the lurkers once more. We've kind of just basically come out of a meta of ZVZ where it's just been Roach, Ravager, and Infestors kind of endlessly game after game. In towards this meta now where kind of Spires are popular and Lurkers are popular. So I'm surprised TLO doesn't try to maybe spot the Lurkers then, just so he can set up his own hive and go into Vipers, which are one of the better ways to deal with the Lurkers of your opponent if you don't have Lurkers of your own.
I like that sort of is also trying to pick off any and all overlords on his half of the map. He really doesn't want to get scouted. He wants to keep his element of surprise. He knows that TLO doesn't know yet, so he's just playing the waiting game. Lurker Den is almost done, and he has enough to morph a few lurkers. I mean, the Hydras should be a tell for TLO.
Yeah, if you see Hydras, I think lurkers have to become a very real possibility that you're playing against them.
And he definitely checks to make sure, and he knows now that there's a lurker den.
Yeah, I mean, again, TLO's just figured this out. So the question is, can he make an attack that works against these lurkers? Because sometimes you can attack into lurkers successfully. If you kind of position well and just out-position them, corrosive bow them down, and just force them back. He's actually going to neural parasite. This is a very unique and creative way to kind of put it to the player to kind of play against lurkers. So you'll actually try and the neural parasite. You'll try and neural parasite the lurkers and try and take them under his own control, which obviously very quickly becomes extremely problematic for SortOf. So
SortOf does have 6 lurkers. I feel like that's a small enough number for you to still be okay attacking into, depending on how you position something.
Well, TLO can definitely buy himself the time he needs to kind of deal with these lurkers with only 6 of them. Like, they can't, like, leapfrog forwards too quickly or anything, so...
Right.
For now, TLO's kind of okay, and again, once he hits Neural Parasite, that's his choice of tech to kind of deal with this. So, it's interesting, he only actually has 2 Infestors. He's making a few more now. Big counterattack into the natural, though, and TLO starting to lose this hat-trick.
These roaches coming in, doing a lot of damage, going to be able to pick off this hatchery, cutting TLO's production down, and... Ooh! Is he going to pick off all those drones? Oh, never mind, he moves from the ramp, but... Yeah,
I wonder
definitely.
if he I wonder what he makes of the infestation bit upgrading, because Pathfind Clans isn't a normal upgrade to get right now in the ZVZ. So I wonder if he just thinks it is that because there's more infestors on the way, or, you know, I wonder what he kind of thinks, because he sees no hive, so he must wonder, well, you know, what is TLO going to do to deal with these lurkers? And again, he's just going to neural them in a moment or two, and he's going to neural them from across the gap. He's going to neural 1 and 2, and now you can start fighting into this.
Those are great neurals.
Yeah, you can see SortOf just like says, right, okay, I'm just going to target down my own lurkers because I can't have that happening.
I didn't even know that they could reach from there. Did you know?
I don't think I've ever seen something try to neural a lurker on this map, so, you know.
That was great.
Yeah, it was an unfortunate position, I think, for SortOf. He just wasn't really expecting it or kind of taking it into account.
These 2 straggling lurkers.
No, he's actually got his army kind of coming through here, TLO, so he's going to pick up a Ravager and a couple of Hydras already in the center. And the lurkers being forced to burrow on their own. I mean, on their own they are very weak. You know, the kind of whole point is that they don't get taken down very quickly, and so over time the splash damage really adds up. But in this case, it's not the situation at all. As SortOf comes in, he will continue to look to deny bases.
Yeah, I really like this continued aggression from SortOf with the roaches to pick off hatcheries or drones or whatever he can find, because he knows that TLO is out of position since he was just picking off the workers there. Tulling Claws can be really tricky to deal with.
I mean, the thing is, though, TLO keeps on cleaning up all of these. I mean, it's kind of funny because, like, while TLO's fallen behind on economy, he's cleaning up all of these kind of units for SortOf for a very low cost to himself. Like, he's not losing anything apart from economy. So, while he is not mining as much, he doesn't need to because of how much more efficient he's being in the army. And now as he moves across the map, well, because he's down in workers, it's actually beneficial as well because he gets more army supply open to him. So he's actually going to just straight up, being maxed out, have more army to fight with. So, well, SortOf going to have to do something a little bit special here, really rely on these lurkers. We'll see what TLO's going to do.
About 3/4 way done as well, so TLO's going to be able to move into hive tech soon enough, and he just wants to try and trade out as well as he can at the moment while he works his way into hive tech.
He neurals the lurkers again.
Oh,
See, lurkers in the front neuraled, and yeah, I mean now it just becomes such much more of an even fight. Man, why make your own lurkers if you can just use your opponents? Like literally. Why make your own units if you can use your opponents?
This is such a great answer for when you get surprise lurkers and you don't scout it in time. You can't get Vipers up.
I don't know if Vipers even take that much longer than Neural to set up, though. It's kind of interesting, I guess. Another lurker for the SortOf becomes TLOs, and I mean, it's kind of funny because SortOf actually knows those lurkers are so much of a threat that he actually has to kill them off. So he's actually just killing his own lurkers because they're under control of TLO, so he's really doing TLO's jobs for him.
TLO's been getting a great
so
position here too with the
TLO is neural parasiting the queen, and he actually injected the hatchery of the queen as well on that neural parasite. Or at least it looked like he did. I don't know if he actually did, but like
that's like a really weird form of BM. It's like, here, you need this more than I do.
I don't even know. Can a queen? I don't think a queen can inject a different hatchery, right? So I don't know if he actually did it or what.
That's true. That's true.
Where's Fear Dragon when you need him?
That would be really funny.
Where's the useless facts?
He's casting me versus Masa, so we'll have to ask him at some other point. The bile's going down on the eggs too, denying any reinforcements, and that's gonna be GG.
TLO was really quite dominant throughout that game. Like, he looked so good. Like, it was really good for him. Really, really good for him.
Taking game number 1, guys. Oh. Nope. Nope. Okay, there we go. There's the score. Okay. Wow, wow, wow. TLO winning in a very, very interesting and convincing way. I mean, I was not expecting to see neural lurkers today. I don't know what I was expecting from ZVZ. This is why I love ZVZ. It's so versatile. There's so much that you can do with it, and there's so many nuances that go on with ZVZ. Like, it gets so much hate from so much people. People are like, I hate watching it. I hate playing it. Are you kidding? ZVZ is my blood. Like, if it wasn't for ZVZ, I don't think I would play this game. It's what makes it fun for me, you know?
Said nobody ever.
I'm serious. I love it.
Literally just you.
Like, I'm really excited for this matchup. You don't like casting ZVZ?
Nope, because I cast too much of it.
What?
It's okay until you cast it every single series and go for SC2 every week, and every European event is only ZVZ. It gets kind of still.
I guess. I still love it. Like, whenever I cast ZVZ, it's just a lot of babbling, because there's a lot of like baneling hits that go on. You're like, that baneling. You know what I mean?
I can imagine what you mean. And now you've really made me not want to see any sort of Ling Bane play. Like, I don't want to hear the squeals.
What? Oh, that's so fun. Ling Bane Wars are so fun.
Yeah, but maybe not with Wild Alaris screaming at you.
Wild Alaris.
Yeah. Did you say you're tamed Alaris? No, I didn't think so. Go on, if you were just going to describe yourself between captured and tamed and wild, you'd be wild, 100%, right?
There's some kind of rock song about being a wild thing, I'm sure.
You would not just stand for being someone being owned by someone. I know you wouldn't.
This is true. This is true. Well, on the bottom.
By the way,
yeah.
Go ahead. I'll ask my question after.
Okay. So in the bottom left, we have TLO, who won't stand for any of SortOf's lurker shit. Playing for Team Liquid.
And in the upper right, representing Wastemen everywhere in the world, it's SortOf.
Wastemen, raise your waste flags. Hi. Alright, what were you gonna ask?
I was gonna ask why you're in Team Potatoes on Twitch.
Oh, that was so long ago. That was back when that was a group that was created by I think Jake and Zerg Girl and like some other people, and they invited me to it, and I just never left it. It just stayed. I mean, I'm pretty much
just such a random name.
Desk potato. I mean, I wake up, I make myself a green tea latte, I turn on my computer, and then I just sit here for the rest of the day. If I don't have to go to work.
If you don't have to go to work, fair enough.
Yeah,
I wake up and I drive into my studio and I sit at the computer all day.
Yeah, pretty much.
Great. I should be a potato.
You probably are one.
Alright.
A British potato.
Alright. I mean, I don't really know what I meant to say to that. Like, hey, I'm a potato. Yeah. raise your hands in the sky and wave them around and be like woo, because yeah, I've got no idea.
You know,
Absolutely no idea.
I was asking Fear Dragon this earlier, and he didn't really have an answer for me, so I was wondering about you. Okay, so you know these air vents that you can hide your overlords on, and they're considered high ground?
Wait, where?
These air
yeah,
vents.
I see. Yeah, I see.
You know, I always wonder how it feels for the overlord to sit above this. I wonder if they float up and down like a balloon, you know? And it's like, it's gotta be warm air. So I wonder if they like it, or if they feel uncomfortable, because the hive mind told them to go there. What do you think?
Well, I don't think they feel anything because they're in space. I don't think air works like that in space.
What? But mutas can fly in space. Air has to work somehow, right? And gravity has to work in some
Yeah, I don't
way.
think the fans work like you think they're gonna work.
Maybe.
It's a very flawed map. Like, what is the need for the air vent?
Well, TL does scout this gold third coming down from SortOf, and now he knows and can make a decision of whether he wants to punish this greed or if he wants to just macro up himself. He's gonna... maybe?
I think he's just going macro because he was on hatch. He was on hatch pool hatch. He didn't have gas for a long time, so there's not really much you can do to punish it. Like, even if he gets the roach run up ASAP now, like, he can't even make that many roaches. So there's not really much you can do. SortOf will just continue to work his way through these rocks, and SortOf will be a little bit behind now in worker camp because of the fact that he started up Link speed, go third hatch as fast. He hasn't been gasless, but he'll take his lead in other ways, i.e. with this gold base. So this is interesting. I actually don't think I've ever seen someone take the fast gold on Proximus like as
Wow, look at this drone transfer right here. Oh my god. I really thought they were gonna go all the way around.
They want to get onto those juicy gold minerals. Look at that perfect 12 workers.
Oh, do you see what I see? Dropper lords with roaches.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
That is really interesting.
That's really not, especially with no pneumatized characters. Oh, is he just dropping them out the other side? Just say, without pneumatized carapace, this is going to be the slowest drop in the world. Like, by the time the game ends, we might just about see the Overlord arriving on the other side and starting to drop the roaches or something. Well, TLO, I mean, the thing is, he's got a good amount of work. He's got a good work count. He SortOf is actually making some roaches of his own, so I don't think this should be too scary for SortOf to kind of deal with. I guess we'll see. More roaches just kind of keep on getting transported over.
He has an overlord in position to scout these roaches marching across, so he's gonna pull back his lings and he's gonna deal with it. This one link comes to just confirm, but now SortOf is gonna scramble to get something together and hold this. He's got more roaches on the way. He's got lanes. He's got queens. I think this is a fine hold.
Yeah, he should be fine. I'm intrigued by the fact that TLO goes into melee upgrades behind this. I think that's very interesting, very different. As we're going to be seeing these queens and roaches just going to keep on pushing forwards, and I mean, it's just going to be TLO not having enough. So he has to pull back. Again, like, he's going to switch into melee upgrades and like mass laying and maybe Aspire, I would imagine, because otherwise kind of the mass laying doesn't make much sense. These drop lords here you can just jump into and hide, by the way.
That was so great.
It's so cute. Just like, you can't get me.
What you gonna do?
It's like a cat that like runs up the tree or something and the dog's barking at it. And it's just like, nah, can't get me.
That was
like, looks
so
down.
anticlimactic.
Yeah. What?
I said that was so anticlimactic for SortOf. He's like,
Yeah.
Okay.
So unfortunate. Yeah, I'm really intrigued by these lings. I mean, he's gonna play like Ling and Fester.
It's
interesting.
He's trying to get some kind of flank up.
He wants to be able to move out onto the map because he wasn't planning on his Evo chambers dying, but now they are going to die. He's going to lose both upgrades, and without either of these upgrades, yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. The slow ling. The unupgraded ling.
The slow ling with the roach flank. Oh my goodness, have you ever seen such a thing?
Missing the +1/+1 melee is like a huge deal here because, I mean, obviously if it's his game plan, he's just going to be down so heavily, and the lings benefit so much from upgrades just because of how fast they attack and how many of them out there are. And it helps them so much when you're fighting against +1 roaches too. The carapace obviously helps them survive so much longer. So it's, yeah, this is really gone kind of exactly the opposite as to how TLO wanted it to. I mean, he'll clean this up and he's going to go just infest his Neuroparasite once again. But again, without those 1-1 upgrades, his life right now is just a bit more difficult to kind of get going.
I wonder if this neural is because he's like meting something from SortOf, or if he really just wants to hire a few roaches for his army. He's like,
I think it's just his game plan. I think it's just sort of his game plan from the get-go. Like, I can't imagine what else he would have looked for with the infestors. Probably just wants a combo of being able to fungal and neural kind of at the same time, but neural and roaches doesn't really seem like it's going to have that much of a success, because I mean, you know, neural and one roach costs so much energy, it's just not going to be worthwhile. As you see, infested terrans dropping down, roaches just toggling down all of these. I love TLO. TLO with the emotes today is just killing it. You had some Carbot Lings earlier in the previous series.
I think that's really fun to see. I feel like we never really see that in a lot of tournaments these days, and I like seeing that these guys are like having fun with it and playing well, but not taking themselves too seriously, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because this is all about showing kind of like what if situations, and I'm sure TLO and SortOf have gone up against each other on ladder a lot, and probably in tournaments as well, but you know, I wasn't able to find as many people that would be okay with playing off race or reverse race, or their MMR difference was way too vast to really be paired up with each other. So that was kind of really tricky, was pairing up people who were like similarly skilled off race and willing to play it, because some of them were like, I don't want to play this matchup, but I'll play this race, and I'm like, you're making my life so hard.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. So we're gonna see what happens now that we're going into game 3 of TLO versus SortOf in this best of 7, which, by the way, guys, this is a $125 show match. It's $100 to the winner, $25 to the loser, and either way, these guys are in the money. They're making money, and they're just gonna have fun.
Making money. Do
you want to introduce him since I've introduced him for the last 2 games?
I mean, I'm not really that bothered by who I introduced, but sure.
Just spreading the love.
So, to the top left-hand side of the map, or here on Odyssey, third map of this best of 7, it is Team Liquid's TLO.
In the bottom red, we have a waste man, Zerg. It's SortOf. It seems like he's going for a pool gas hatch at the gold. Is he going for the gold? Is he going for the gold? I think he's going for the gold, boys.
SortOf is really being crazy.
SortOf is gambling.
I would have thought, if we covered up the play names, I would have said this was TLO, but no. SortOf is going the interesting builds today.
This is a
He loves the
gamble.
gold base. The second game in a row, he's gone for like a fairly quick gold base. It's gonna be such a mind game, by the way, because you know when TLO arrives with his overlord to the natural, he's not gonna see creep, so he's gonna assume one base, and so it kind of has a double kind of impact where if TLO like massively overreacts to like the one base when actually it's just a gold base, he could be in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble.
Do you think we're gonna see a just like a Ling all-in from SortOf, or do you think he's gonna use that gold base to advantage and get his third up faster, get more queens out, and just try and macro? I mean, you don't go gold without being aggressive. You don't go gold just for the sake of going gold.
I think just being aggressive will work for him, because especially if TLO does kind of overreact a bit, then he's going to be like in such a great position to be aggressive after that, because obviously you're just going to have extra income, plus TLO's played defensively and not, you know, played greedy, which is kind of the opposite of what he wants to do. Like, alright, he stocks his spine just in case, probably just kind of so he can cancel it when he does see the creep, but when he doesn't see the creep, he might just be a bit worried. So it's an interesting kind of setup initially. TLO already playing defensive against, again, what is already going to be a gold base out of SortOf and lots of income for him.
Yeah, TLO definitely knows something's going on, and he is very wary. So there's a spine crawler finishing up now for him. He's got Lings on the ramp, ready to hold position so nothing gets through. He's definitely expecting a huge Ling rush, but they're pretty close in army right now. I mean, SortOf's not really doing anything too crazy. This Overlord, though, might have seen those Lings coming in from a weird angle, and I wonder if TLO's picked up on the fact that it's... That these Banelings! Are they gonna get hit?
TLO's a bit too good, like their micro, so just let his Lings die to a couple Banes. I think TLO sort of will have an idea of what's going on now, just because of the fact that he will kind of, just because of the timing, you know, SortOf was not aggressive like as early as he should have been if it was one base. And so TLO should be able to pick up on that. Now he's actually going to run to this main, and well, maybe he's going to be able to get some damage done already, kind of picking off a couple of Lings. He's actually TLO down a couple of drones until just now. Yeah, SortOf's going to deflect this and defend for now, so it's all good at the moment.
Oh, TLO does eat a Baneling with the incoming Lings from the other side of the map, but not too many, and he's going to be able to maybe pick up the queen? Is he gonna... No, he doesn't pick up the queen.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't pick it off, and that puts him into, again, just a position where TLO's kind of giving up units and not really doing damage, and is just sort of playing against the gold base, and he just gets his own few Banes on the way up now. I mean, this counter will be much better, I think, but actually he's got Banes on the gold as well, so actually TLO's still in trouble.
Oh!
Yeah,
that was so close.
Worthy of a
that
scream.
Was so close. Huh?
That was worthy of a scream.
Did I hurt your ears?
No, not really. It's okay.
Oh, so many Banelings coming in here. It's really going to be hard for TLO to approach this. I don't know if he wants to keep... Oh, Banelings coming in.
Oh, that's going to be really good. He hits 5. The SortOf's actually just droning so heavily anyways, like, it doesn't even seem to matter.
Oh, they're just going to pass in the night here. They're just kind of trying to get at each other. SortOf definitely has enough at home to hold versus TLO, but I think he just wants to get a scout in and try to see what he's up to. He's gonna see that the Evo chamber might be. I don't know. Did you see that? Oh, there's Banelings morphing in the main. I don't think SortOf knows this. He's gonna be surprised by this, I think.
Yeah, I think SortOf's. I mean, it's such a weird game. I'm just trying to get my head around it a bit. Like, you see Banes do connect, and ooh, 9 workers. We'll get one more Bane connection, and a single hero Ling will go in and just not get a second kill.
And at the gold, TLO's been picking off at the drones here as well, because he was distracting SortOf at his main that he was just sitting Lings here by the base and not really defending.
Well, now TLO's in a huge lead, of course. Doubling the work count doesn't matter if you've got gold base or not, but you know, you just don't make up for doubling the work count. TLO's going to get even more drones targeting down the low health ones. Second, kind of the third Bane that was in the main base before. And now TLO, he's got Banes to defend. He soaks a Bane shot of his opponent on his own Banes, which is okay for now. And again, this still just looks so good for him here. He's going to cancel a Bane in 2 and SortOf knows it's just going to be over. GG, and TLO goes up 2 games to 1.
Oh, the defense was just too good. I think definitely what brought him back here is just the Baneling hit in the main. Just taking out as many workers as he did, and taking out his gold and denying the greed was a really good move.
Worked well. Went very well. And I actually thought TLO was in trouble from the start. You know, I don't think it was going that well, but he actually really made the moves to like just take the lead, and from there it was very good for him. Yeah.
And also like just droning behind all of it. I mean, ZVZ is a game of drones, and I love Ling Bane Wars. Ling Bane Wars are my favorite things to cast. I mean, there's so much action going on everywhere you look. It's hard to keep up. I mean, I don't know how people observe and cast Ling Bane Wars so well, because holy.
You just watch the mini-map.
Well, I know that, but it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, that's all it is. You just watch the mini-map. Watch the mini-map and voila. That's it. Boom. You see everything on the mini-map. You know why? Because you're the observer, so you get all vision. It's like map hacks. It's mental.
This is true. This is true.
Alright, game 4 on Defender's Landing. Once again. See how this is gonna go. What do you reckon? SortOf TLO?
It could go both ways. I mean, they're very close MMR wise. When you're talking about like numbers, but they're playing mind games with each other, man. So it's hard to say.
I think we might start to see some more aggressive ZVZ. I mean, that last game like was kind of an example of it, but I think we'll start to see more stuff like that. Yeah, I think we'll see kind of like. I think we're getting to the point of like early pools, gas pools, link floods. We've seen SortOf. I've seen SortOf recently doing a lot of kind of early link flood sort of action recently. So.
Well, TLO,
yeah, I think we kind of get...
TLO going for the extractor trick, getting a slight lead in drone count in the beginning here. That slight lead could translate into just a slightly higher economy, and it doesn't do much unless you're planning to be super aggressive with it, because you do get a slight larva lead as well.
He's actually gone for the hatch first with the kind of lack of an overload. Like usually you go kind of like 17, 16, 16 or so, but that requires an overload. So by going a hatch pool gas here or
and
whatever he's doing,
trick.
Yeah, he's just basically kind of like sitting up on like a good amount of workers and just expanding like he normally would, just without the overload. So I don't know how this actually
I don't know how this plays out either.
You need to set the score.
Oh yeah, that's right, that's right. Thanks.
No worries. Keeping you up to date.
Oops.
That's what I'm here for, just to check it's everything's right. That's all
I appreciate
all
that.
you need before.
Looking out.
Your score checker.
This is why I need Wardy, guys. This is why you guys need Wardy in your lives. Do you have a Wardy in your life? You should get one. You don't.
I should get one.
You should. He's great.
Ah, thanks. Appreciate it.
Oh, no problem, no problem. So if you guys are joining us, this is game 4 in a best of 7. You guys can get these replay packs if you want for $5 more. That's towards another Fight Club. I promise. I'm not a Villo. I won't pull a fast one on you.
How nice of you.
So yeah. If you're liking the game so far, just think about it. Just think about it.
These are good replays to get your hands on as well.
Yeah.
Like TLO SortOf, you can learn a bit of ZVZ. Then you can like become a master of TVP with Zanster and Hearthstone.
And Showtime ZVP is incredibly skillful. So yeah, leave an offer just for today, man. Only today. VODs will be up on my YouTube, but at the rate that I go with those things, I'm not sure when you're gonna get them. I'm not even gonna try and promise something. So you guys would probably be better off getting the replays before waiting for my VODs. Just saying.
TLO just killed a queen, and now he's going to attack with lings. And actually having killed a queen is huge because it's going to mean that he's sort of is like missing an inject. So to kind of be aggressive now makes this very interesting. TLO is even just walking queens across the map to join this Ling Bane attack.
TLO has enough at home to counter this weird, I don't know, push from SortOf, and this is a really weird base to take. I've hardly ever seen the forward base taken. Usually this is where a fight would ensue. He's definitely gonna force a cancel, and SortOf now has to try and prepare for these. TLO does get a good scout out, knows that the Roach one is just now coming down. Oh my god, you almost gotta be hit.
Yeah.
Not bad. Really not
the Bane's doing a lot though, because like TLO is just going to be able to keep on kind of cleaning out here, and he's going to have another wave of Zerglings now moving across the map. Most more Banes. He's got Queens here as well. Like the fact he's got Queens picking off Overlords, like he's going to fight the Zerglings a little bit. They are going to actually pick off 1, 2 of those Banes. More Lings arrive now from TLO.
Reinforcing Lings are going to ward off the ones that SortOf has, and picking off these Overlords are actually really important, because that means that SortOf isn't going to be able to make any more Lings, and would be supply blocked and would have to spend minerals making another over with that one now. So
Yellow is putting down creep spread at the front, which I don't really know.
I don't know what that's about.
I mean, I don't know really too sure, but anyways, I mean, we're going to be seeing the,
Wow.
well, queens keep on getting surrounded, it's just going to be GG. Like, sort of had money to build roaches, but they're just not there in time. TLO was on, like, a very tight timer, and he was just about able to make it work. And he's on match point, just like that.
Who? I haven't seen queens being pushed across the map like that. I mean, it makes sense. It's not that big of a map. But that was interesting.
It's something you'd more often see with like a roach attack because it makes a bit more sense to be able to like transfuse like roaches and so on.
Right.
It makes a little bit less sense against like with Ling Bane because like how often do you see like Ling Bane being reinforced by queens? Like just never. And it's just because it happened so early in the game, so it was pretty different, I guess.
I think TLO was putting down some mana tumors there. What do you think?
I'm not sure. Like,
that was
really,
totally mana tumors.
I'm trying to think if they help him in any way, but I don't think they do. If anything, I think they help sort of. I mean, they'll help TLO's units arrive like split seconds faster once they hit the creep slightly sooner. Like that doesn't really matter at all.
But you have to wait
that really
for
has no
spread
effect.
too.
But I mean, like, I just can't even. I mean, that's like really like like a non-advantage, I think, because it's like really such a minor difference. So, and the thing is, if you give up the creep, if you put down creep tumors, you lose energy. And if you lose energy, that's less transfuses, which means the queens are a little bit less effective.
That's true.
I don't know.
Mana tumors, man, make it happen. I want to see them in games now. Watch me get mana tumors on.
Tumors.
I'm totally gonna get mana tumors.
That sounds like so wrong.
That does sound kind of wrong, doesn't it?
That sounds so wrong. What on earth is this alarm?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so TLO is up 3-1 in this best of 7. So in the top left we have Liquid's TLO.
Down to the bottom right is the red Zerg player, SortOf. And we're just going to be seeing Hatchery first on the gold from SortOf. He really loves these gold bases.
Man, he really likes to gamble. Remind me to play or not play poker with him? I don't know which one. Oh, no. You know who I don't want to play poker with is you.
Me, poker? Only at Home Story Cup I'm gonna poker.
Guys, if you guys ever get a chance, definitely play poker with Wardy. Just kidding.
Definitely play poker.
He's like a luck vampire. I've been saying this.
A luck?
Forever.
Wow.
He is. He will just suck up all your luck, and you'll be left with none of it. And he'll take all your money too.
Maybe you sound like a bad person.
I mean, it's fine because he didn't really take that much from me. How much did you forced me to go all in? It was like 20, 30 euro or something like that.
Home Story Cup, yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty. That was yeah. That's when I started having an insane run. I just beat everyone.
Oh, that was insane.
Like every hand was so sick.
This Home Story Cup? You going this one?
Yeah, of course. I'm not missing a Home Story Cup.
I think I might come as well because I have some friends in Germany that might visit afterwards.
You got friends?
Something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
They're expensive in Germany?
Is it wait, what?
Are they expensive in Germany? Friends?
Friends?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Depends
I
on how
imagine,
many...
imagine British friends are pretty cheap because like who wants to be friends with British people, but like like German people I reckon can be quite expensive as friends.
I don't know. I don't think any of them want me to buy them drinks, so I think I'll be fine. I hear drinks are expensive in Germany.
Drinks?
Yeah, I hear the big cities, it's just expensive in general to like live there.
But don't you live in like New York? Like
yeah, I mean
like, I don't know, man.
So like for me, this is just normal prices,
you
and
can,
then
like,
everything else is just cheap.
In Germany's cheap, man. Like especially beer. Maybe not like I guess maybe spirits are different. I don't know, but beer's real cheap in Germany, I think.
Alright, well, 2 queens are gonna come down to deal with these 4 little lings here from SortOf. I mean, TLO is definitely not gonna be able to stop them from going up the ramp. Never mind. I was gonna say they could easily get scouted here.
Yeah, I don't think he really needs to see anything though. Like, he's just gonna see very standard stuff anyways. And TLO is actually in trouble. His third hatchery under fire. Roach has been made by SortOf off of the gold base as well, remember. He's only on 22 workers and oh no, TLO gets surrounded. Now the Lings do have access to the main if they want it, and he will sort of go up there. And he'll just run to the natural where there's less likely to be a defense coming in. TLO has to make some roaches in response, and I mean, he loses his third hatchery. SortOf just going into a third now, but you've got to remember SortOf is up a gold base anyways. So it's kind of a tough one for TLO right now.
Yeah, TLO still doesn't know that SortOf has the gold, and taking out the queens was really crucial just because he's cutting down on production a bit, and right now TLO needs to make units to deal with these Lings. These roaches will be able to hold, but the Lings up, I was gonna say, they don't need to engage, they just need to run around a bit. Because they are so much faster than the roaches. It's hard to keep up with them.
I mean, TLO, as long as the TLO doesn't die in the next minute or two, he's actually kind of okay. Like, rebuilding the third 10 workers up will keep him at an okay-ish position against the kind of gold base. So he's actually kind of alright, and SortOf did make a bunch of roaches, but not enough to really be aggressive because he kept on drawing himself. And now we're going to see SortOf going +1. SortOf definitely takes a lead here, but again, I mean, a lead is something which can be counted and something you can lose, so it's worth keeping in mind. There's a couple of biles. We'll just head down on this Overlord here, pushing it back through the center again.
We've got roaches piling up over here by SortOf, and he's just continuing to make roaches. He's got +1 melee on the way, or sorry, +1 range on the way for the roaches, so I'm pretty sure he'll want to hit right about when that finishes. Especially because TLO isn't working on any upgrades.
You'll see, it's going to be, I'm actually kind of intrigued as to what TLO does from here, because again, no +1. He does have an Evo chamber. He starts a lair. But does he really try and go and catch up on +1 now, or what is the plan for him? He's so far behind on army.
He might be trying to get, he might be trying to get upgrades and speed as well. Maybe just upgrades.
SortOf's going to do the typical gold base thing, which is to not tech into a lair and just stay on kind of roach link tech just this time because it's a bit later. He's added in a +1 upgrade, so he's just going to go for this big burst. I mean, he's already way up in army supply, 50 up, and he's going to be again attacking very soon. He's just waiting for his +1, so he's going to start moving up towards the top side.
SortOf sees the fourth that TLO is taking. It's kind of an awkward position. I don't know if he's gonna want to go for that or if he's just gonna try to push his way into the third
SortOf just goes for the throw. Like,
yeah,
no way does he mess around. He just pushes in, tries to kill, and TLO knows that as well. That's why he's adding on these spine crawlers in the third base, because he knows, like,
I like the spine crawler on the high ground here. I wonder if he's gonna be able to utilize it at all. And it does get utilized.
Problem is, there's just not enough to kind of stop the spine crawlers from dying, so the spines don't really buy him any time or anything. The roaches just push straight in, and SortOf just has so much. I mean, the early attacks did a lot of damage for him. He had a gold base behind it, and it's just going to be way too much. GG. SortOf takes game number 5. And he's not going to let TLO win this just yet.
He's definitely quite a fighter.
Alright. Ascension to Aya is next. We're back to kind of the very standard maps to finish off as we do our reverse alphabet map this time around. So,
I think SortOf really does have the potential to tie it up for sure. Like,
yeah, definitely. These guys are very evenly matched, I think.
Yeah, I would love to see this this go into an ace match.
Yeah, 100%. It's gonna be
that gamble really paid off. I mean, if TLO had only scouted the gold, he would have known. But I think that it just caught him off guard. I think he was just underestimating SortOf, and he was droning a lot during that time. And TLO is gonna ask for a minute, so we're just gonna chill a little bit. StarCraft and chill, boys. StarCraft and chill. How you doing? How you enjoying the games?
They're good. The series is quite interesting. It's quite intricate, kind of the builds, and very aggressive. Like we haven't really seen a proper late game apart from a map 1 sequencer. We've not really seen a proper late game. It's just been kind of very kind of delayed stuff time and time again. Like very quick and active like aggression and roach attacks and ending the game on this sort of upgrade, like a +1 and so on and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I really love all these little minute things. This is what makes it so interesting for me when it comes to TV or ZVZ, because you know a lot of times, even when you see mirror matchups, or not mirror matches, mirror builds, there are still little tiny nuances that could change the entire state of the game. All right, seems like we're ready. So we're gonna go into game number 6 for TLO versus SortOf in the ZVZ. It's best of 7, by the way, for anybody who's just now joining.
Indeed it is, and again, anyone's take, like TLO just needs 1 map, but it's so possible that SortOf takes this. Like again, I think they're pretty evenly matched. So yeah, see how it goes. Take us away.
Okay, well, in the bottom right we have Liquid TLO.
And in the upper left hand side, oh, my direction's messed up.
It's fine.
Every time, like corners, ups, downs, tops, bottoms. I don't know what it is. I think it's just because I feel like the kind of intros are such an automatic thing to do. I just sort of say the wrong thing. So it's really, I do it all the time. It's crazy. Top left, Red Zerg is he's sort of good at this game.
He's sort of good.
He's sort
I haven't heard that
good.
before.
Have you not? Have you ever watched
I'm
Sarcasm?
kidding. I was
You're
kidding.
kidding! Oh, sarcasm. That's meant to be what the British guy does.
Well, we do see a pool first coming down here for SortOf. I wonder if he's gonna go for some Nope, he just wants to have something defensive. Probably gonna go into the gasless variation, so we're talking slow lings and queens, and he's probably just gonna work up a good economy.
Yeah, SortOf just playing safe.
Oh,
you know, just being careful.
Wow,
TLO. That's really sick.
Oh.
That's really sick, because it just allows him to, I mean, it's just like a bit of a risk. I mean, this is really a gamble. And, I mean, he's going to get away with it, like pool hatch. And the only thing is, SortOf has been making these 6 lings, and there he does, he actually starts to make them. And 6 lings against hatch pool could be quite deadly, so.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. I mean, he could be aggressive with this, or he could just want to scout with them. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, the kind of 6 lings are designed because even if you just go hatch gas pool, you don't usually make 6 lings, so they're just designed to try and catch you off guard. Like, ideally, you kill the queen, maybe 1 drone or something. That's kind of what these lings are designed to do. The worst case scenario is your opponent actually makes lings and you just trade off and then you're behind a little bit in workers, so. In this scenario, it's kind of weird because obviously TLO is not going to have queens, but he will have link production, but obviously his drones will be exposed for a little while, so.
Oh, and here they come. They're kind of like sharks right now. These drones really don't have anything protecting them. They need bodyguards. The queens are behind
they need anything, but
behind.
TLO's micro is really good so far. In fact, TLO's micro is...
He can't go into the middle line. Don't do it. Oh, SortOf, no.
Is he going to kill a single drone?
Oh, God, SortOf, please. You know you don't go into the middle line.
This was so sick. He didn't lose a single drone. Like, seriously. Right?
Yeah, but I think SortOf has to know something's up. I mean, like, his queens weren't out. He didn't have
100% SortOf knows. SortOf probably just doesn't believe the fact TLO just made him look like an idiot. Like,
I think SortOf saw.
That was so
He
sick.
definitely sees the creep over here. Yeah.
Oh, he knows.
He knows. He
just doesn't know what's going to hit next with TLO again.
Third goes up for SortOf as well. He knows he needs to catch up on economy right now. He wants to only make units because he has to defend against the lings. I mean, they're
Like,
both running on very little gas, no Baneling nest from either of them, so it really comes down
TLO
to...
throws down the Bane Nest now. I mean, the thing is, SortOf has only just taken gas, so this is going to be TLO's advantage, and that's why he's a few workers behind, because he's going to have a huge opportunity with Ling speed to get something done. He's going to see that too, by the way, coming into the natural and main, realizing there's not been gases until very recently. TLO can maybe use that and take it to his advantage if he wants to be aggressive. He might not. He might just say, okay, cool. In that case, I know what position I'm in, and I can just play this out quite comfortably and see what I get up to. And actually, TLO cancels his Ling speed. Seeing no gas of his opponent, he's just going to start up +1 missiles much faster and go straight into roaches. Or +1 melee, which doesn't make sense if you just cancelled Ling speed, but okay. I'm confused.
Maybe he doesn't know that he canceled it?
No, he 100%, it's 100% intentional, like, there's no way he cancels it by mistake. I mean, maybe he just wants the extra money now and doesn't need the speed until melee finishes, in which case he'll start the speed a bit later. But now SortOf is spamming out Lings, and he's also got melee upgrades. So this is going to be a really unique ZVZ. That's TLO restarting that Ling speed now. So again, he just obviously wanted to start up Carapace a bit faster and so on.
He's going for a 4th base. He's going to expand behind this as well. That way he can get more production out so that when his Ling speed does finish, he's going to be able to just spam out Ling. But for now, he's going to send some scouting Lings around to get an idea of what SortOf's army is looking like, or maybe what his position is. But he completely misses them as they go up to this the top of the map. And they're gonna wrap around. They might even... Oh, no, they're gonna go straight for the 3rd. I think they're gonna completely bypass the 4th.
Yeah, I was just gonna cancel it, realizing he needs to get some money up somehow and just be able to build something against this as the Lings just flood on in.
The Lings get a great surround on the drones and the queens and the Lings that are here for TLO. And
TLO just cancelled everything, and then he just was not ready for SortOf to respond so quickly with these Lings, basically. And now TLO loses spines he just tried to build, and
he's gonna lose his upgrade too. Being behind in the melee upgrade is gonna be pretty big. There's
I mean, this is just game over already.
Natural,
like, their base is gonna go down. TLO, like you say, he's got Banes on the way up, but nah, it just isn't gonna make a difference, especially with Carapace as well. Because the Carapace just means that those Lings can be a bit more tanky there. It's not there just yet. I mean, SortOf's already taking the advantage, right? 3 hatches against 2. He's going to throw down the Spire. No way can TLO deal with kind of Mutalist at this stage.
TLO feels very confident about these Banelings being able to hold, and he sends his Lings out on the left side of the map to try to counter, but SortOf has a small group on the other side ready for that, and 3 queens, which I think he can pretty much hold with, and the Lings are on their way back. TLO moving out with all of his army, actually, and gonna try to make something happen here. 2 Banelings morphing on the high ground, but I don't think they're gonna finish.
Yeah, SortOf's just so far ahead. Again, the melee upgrade advantage will be huge. The fact he's going into a Spire, there's absolutely nothing from TLO to deal with that. Like,
TLO has
he's
an Overlord
got no lair or anything.
Over by the right, so he knows that there's nothing over there. So I'm thinking he might try to make something happen over here in front of the natural. But we do see Banelings moving in from TLO, trying to see if he can get those money shots that he's looking for. Oh, the Queens are gonna take off at them! Oh! Banelings don't get upgraded trades. Oh, not bad though.
It's just, it would have been way worse if there wasn't +1 Carapace, but with Carapace, those Banes don't one-shot the Lings anymore. So, not one-shotting the Lings is a huge deal. It means that suddenly that these Lings are just actually able to kind of fight against Banes to some extent, which is kind of weird to say, but it's kind of how it plays out. And yeah, TLO's kind of trying to stay in this, trying to trade via bits and pieces. Nice couple of Bane shots from TLO too, but especially as mutas come out and T2 upgrades come up, it's just going to be so difficult to continue on.
Yeah, without Lings reinforcing that, even though he got really good Baneling hits, he couldn't really follow up and take out the queens or the other Lings. And with mutas coming out, TLO is... I don't know if he saw them, because he's not... Yeah, he did. Because I was going to say he's not making anything to respond, but he knows that that's going to be game.
Ace match.
Ace match, boys. I'm so happy we're going into an ace match. Oh, it's really hard to call this. I mean, it's going to be pretty 50-50.
I mean, there's a reason they've both taken 3 games off of each other so far. It's very hard to call, and both evenly matched. So see who's going to kind of squeak it out in the end again. Sort of just won 2 in a row. So TLO may kind of feel as though it's a bit difficult for him right now. He's a bit kind of doesn't have any momentum. At the same time, maybe TLO's got something sneaky planned. It is a bit.
I was just thinking that. I was thinking he might have something up his sleeve that he has been saving just for an ace match, and I hope we see something. I mean, the 3 hatch itself was very very unexpected, but
and he was going really well for him. Yeah. TLO was in a great position. It's just he got a bit too greedy. Like he didn't expect SortOf to do the same thing he was doing. Right. He expected roaches, and if it was roaches, an attack doesn't hit for that a little bit longer. So the link flood just really kind of caught him, really not expecting it at all, and sort of messed him up a bit. So a little bit ripped for him. So game 7, take us away, Hilarious.
Oh my God! You pronounced my name correctly. 10 out of 10.
Like I always do.
You do, but.
But like,
people,
so like
no, because people. There are just there are a few people, I won't name names, but they'll get it right at like an event or something, and then when they have to remember it like on their own, they're like, "Fuck, what is it again?" And then they totally butcher it, but it's fine.
So after 2 hours and 40 minutes of talking and calling you hilarious for like all this time, you're suddenly like, "Oh, he says my name."
I don't know why I just didn't. I didn't register. Anyway, in the top right. Left. Oh fuck! I did it. It's TLO.
Like it's infectious, isn't it?
Oh, it does. Yeah, a little bit.
Bottom right hand side, our red circle is SortOf. 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 SortOf would make a good Batman.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I mean,
don't really know why. I just think yeah.
I'm not trying to throw shade, but maybe if he like went to the gym a little more, then I think he could.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What are you trying to say about SortOf?
He's got the build, but I don't think he could grapple hook from building to building. I just don't think he has it in him.
I don't think most people could right from the get-go suddenly being declared Batman. Okay, who in the StarCraft 2 scene would you say would be the best Batman? Let's go.
Showtime.
Showtime?
For sure.
No, Showtime's not Batman. No way.
Dude, he could totally probably parkour.
He doesn't look like a Batman. It's not about being able to parkour. It doesn't matter
about his looks because he wears the Batman mask. And his identity is supposed to be secret anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's about who can parkour from building to building while fighting Joker.
I could see Showtime as like Spider-Man, not Batman.
I feel like Spider-Man's like a lanky little thing though, usually.
Yeah, but he parkours from building to building because he's got spider webs. So like, yeah, sort of chases some drones around.
I feel like Pilly would make a good Spider-Man.
That's funny. That's good.
You know what I mean?
Top quality memes. Yeah. Pilly the Spider-Man. Nice defense by Yellow.
SortOf came in here trying to get some drones.
Zanster would be the perfect Spider-Man. Yes, Zanster would be Spider-Man. That'd be perfect.
No.
Yes, can you imagine how awkward he'd be?
He would be so.
The thing is, as well, like Zanster's totally the guy that would get bitten by a spider as well.
He would be. You're right. Yeah, you're totally right about that. Wait,
100%
are we talking about who would make a good, like, convincing Spider-Man?
I've got no idea. Like, it's a completely random question I made up. Well, I really didn't know what I was going for with it, but
I think that Nerchio would be Penguin, and I think Hearthstone would be the Joker.
Hearthstone the Joker?
What do you think? He could totally be maniacal like the Joker, if he wanted to.
No, Pilly would be a good Joker. Pilly would be an amazing Joker.
Oh, maybe.
Okay, let's talk StarCraft.
I've never thought. We are talking StarCraft. This is
No, we're not talking StarCraft. We're talking random flipping characters. Oh, and who would fit this best in which has no context at all to
Well,
StarCraft,
Teal
really.
knows that sort of is going for that forward expand, which is a little harder to hold than the one over here, just because there are multiple sides that you can come in from and kind of defend better. But we'll see. We'll see what Dario's response to this is.
Yeah, I mean, TLO's gone for a pretty fast lair with the roaches and the evo chamber coming up behind this. But Solo's lair is much faster. He's already got +1 roach speed on the way, so it's kind of sort of a small advantage in terms of those upgrades, and roach speed will allow him to be aggressive as well. And as he gets these next 5 drones up, he might just cut drone production completely and just go into pure roaches off of kind of a full 2-base saturation and just try and hit a +1 timing.
Yeah,
But that said, because there's... Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, for a while sort of was only working on teching up like his upgrades, his tech, and he's only just now really been making units. I mean, like roaches. So
yeah, it's like, it depends how aggressive sort of wants to be, and I wonder if, I mean, he's got a 3rd hatch, so he can keep drawing. I mean, he's making a good chunk of roaches here, as TLO is as well. He's making sure to not get kind of out-roached in any way. And I think this is going to be one of those games where you don't really see much of an impact on the +1 missile attack timing, but most on the +2. And that's what sort of starts to build into right now. +2 on the way up, straight away.
We'll still have the +1. Yeah, he did have overlords in position, so he sees these roaches moving out, and he's gonna get in position to try to receive them.
Yep, and TLO's going to be in position right away, so again, he's making sure to make enough units. Basically, both players are. Just making sure that unit count is good enough to not be caught off guard and in a bad position or anything.
I like this evo chamber going down over here by the mineral line so that he doesn't allow sort of the path to go behind the mineral line, and therefore TLO can take the better trade with this concave out here.
Yeah. It's kind of, I mean, it's Abyssal Reef. It's kind of a difficult map to be aggressive on, in a lot of ways, just because it is kind of like easy free 4 bases. There's a reason you see longer games on this map than other maps. So, we'll see what happens. We're going to see this queen just going to pick up a change, which is nice. And the overseer just flying on through the main base, seeing what's up.
Yeah, he definitely wants to make sure there's nothing weird going on, like an infestation pit or a lurker den or anything like that.
Yeah, just making sure he knows what's up. TLO is a bit slow on +2 attack, but he's going to go +2/+1, so he's going to get carapace upgrades, which does weaken him a little bit, because obviously if you're investing into an extra upgrade than your opponent, then it's less roaches on the map. So you're going to be a little bit weaker for a while, but then obviously eventually you benefit from having the +1 carapace, so a little bit of a risk from TLO, but just a small one here early on.
They're both so diligently scouting each other as well, because they're like, okay, what's the game plan here? What are you doing? What am I doing? Their armies are pretty close. They keep catching up and just barely overcoming each other. I mean, their +1 range upgrades just finished as well for both of them. Or not, sorry, not just finished, but +2 is about to finish for SortOf. And they're TLO's working on +2.
That's definitely SortOf's advantage, this kind of big upgrade timing that he has right here, and he's obviously looking to try and do something with it, pushing up towards the upper left-hand side, and yeah, maybe getting ready to attack on in. We're going to be seeing more roaches of SortOf as he gets ready to max out. Love TLO building another roach run, by the way, because he knows that one at the front that he already has is just going to be scary.
TLO saw the dropper lords with his overlords that happened to just be over there.
Yeah, that's nice. He's going to shut those down right away, just push it back and make sure that SortOf isn't going to do too much. But meanwhile, SortOf is about to attack the 3rd base. He's about to push on in, and now a couple of corrosive bars come down. Both players just sort of warding the other away. And again, TLO right now is down on upgrades, but does have the defensive position, which goes a long way in the mirror matchup. And so far, it's working out very well for him.
Yeah, they definitely really want to be careful with eating a lot of these biles. I mean, SortOf seems to have... Actually, they're on even Ravager count right now.
Yeah, it's a very even game. TLO, as he finishes +2 especially, this really evens up now, because attack missile upgrade timings in ZVZ are very scary. but the
Sort of
Carapace upgrade timings are not as important.
Yeah, SortOf's +2 also finishes before TLO's, so if he were to move in, it would be now, because he's not really sure when TLO's upgrades are going to be finished. But yeah, and then TLO's +2 range also finishes up.
Yeah, well, his is finished now and he pushes in now. Actually, TLO has a Carapace upgrade lead, and there's a few more roaches going into this fight, so it goes a lot better for him and pushes SortOf back. TLO coming right through the center and continue to just attack on forwards here. Corrosive Bars, he doesn't care, he runs right through, loses a Ravager because of it, but he still has a lot right now, and you can see that SortOf is already starting to lose his third match.
The biles coming down on the eggs, denying any kind of reinforcement, since SortOf does have the defender's advantage here, but we do see a Lurker Den finishing, or trying to finish, and so SortOf might be trying to hold out until he can get Lurkers out, but I mean, he has to make units to reinforce now, and he's not going to be able to make Hydras or Lurkers at this point, and I think TLO is looking very favorable in this engagement.
Yeah, he's cancelled so many years coming out, he's continued to take good fights here, and TLO has just absolutely smashed this one. I mean, the Lurker Den coming through, sure, it's nice, but it takes so long to finish still, even if it's halfway built. And still another 40 seconds, plus 20 seconds of morphing in Lurkers. Not going to happen. TLO clinches it 4-3 at the end of this series. He is victorious over SortOf.
Taking a really, really great lead there. Oh, wow, wow, wow.
Really just kind of sat back patiently, looked for the chance to take the fight, took the fight, and boom, just like that, he was looking great.
Yeah, these are some really great games that we're seeing today.